Historians surmise that Craiglockhart took its name from the Scots Gaelic Craiglockhart, crag or hill on the high lake, although the hill boasts neither lake nor great height. There is a pond, but men dug it long after the outcrop received its name. Its twin peaks, known as Easter and Wester Craiglockhart Hills, lay claim to the lowest altitude, about 200 feet above the sea, among 7 hills that, like Rome's, defined the topography of Scotland's capital city. A stone castle protruded from the crag until the 13th century, but it played no significant role in the country's turbulent history of dynastic and religious wars. It was already rubble when the Act of Union sealed Scotland's connection to England in 1707. By the 19th century, a southwestern suburb of Edinburgh, Slateford, had absorbed the crag while retaining it as a rural sanctuary. The crag's woods and meadows afforded a pastoral retreat from the sombre stone mansions, filthy tenements and notoriously disputatious politics of the city. Craiglockhart boasted unpolluted air, pure underground water and panoramic views, not only of Edinburgh's spires a mere 3 miles northeast, but of the Firth of Forth estuary and the 20-mile ridge of green wilderness known as the Pentland Hills. These natural advantages of curative waters, smokeless skies, invigorating vistas and proximity to the capital's wealth attracted a company of canny Scots merchants to erect a health spa of gargantuan proportions on 13 fertile acres. Expense was the least consideration for investors, who engaged 2 of Scotland's most prestigious architects, John Dick Peddy and Charles George Hood Kinnear, in 1877, to design the extravagant Craiglockhart Hydropathic Institution. This was the era of sumptuous health retreats for beneficiaries of Britain's growing imperial bounty to take the waters. More than 20 such establishments sprang up in late 19th century Scotland, beside the lochs and up the glens, promising respite from counting houses, mills and coal-infused air. Peddy and Kinnear adopted a design similar to another luxurious spa they were building 40 miles northwest of Craiglockhart, near the town of Dunblane. Both hydros would be massive fortresses of fine-cut ashlar sandstone, playfully mixing Italian Renaissance motifs with the stolid mass of a Scots baronial manor. In 1878, workers demolished an old farmhouse, laid foundations and erected scaffolds on a grassy hillock facing west from Wester Craiglockhart Hill. Over the following months, the villa's imposing 280-foot-wide facade took shape, soaring from deep basements up 3 stories of bay windows and a classical balustrade to a pitched grey slate roof. Peddy and Kinnear mimicked fashionable styles, from Doric columns on second-floor windows to a Japanese pagoda capping the 5-story central tower's Italian belvedere. Wings at either end stretched behind and housed 4 floors of long corridors and multiple bedrooms. Turret-like gables and chimneys at irregular intervals lent the otherwise brooding structure a fairy tale aura. A 50-by-20-foot swimming pool with Turkish bath in the basement offered, in the promoter's words, all the varieties of hot and cold plunge, vapour, spray, needle, douche and electric baths. Outdoors, gardeners cleared pathways through a forest of beech and Scotch pine. The landscape provided acres of lawns for an archery range, bowling greens, tennis courts and croquet grounds. Harried Scottish burghers could exercise without straining themselves.